all the way. Should I deep dive to it or like prediction?
Just prediction is fine.
Oh, okay.
Colius?
For me, I'm afraid to say this, but the king will fall.
The king will fall. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, going to throw it over to the casters. Take it away.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches
In the precipice of fate,
Smash them.
both of these teams stand. One, having to beat their nightmares. Two,
Welcome
wanting
to Mobile Legends.
to hold their empire together. Fnatic Onic, Geek Fam, game number 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land of dawn. All of us here on the desk expected a 5-game series, and we've got that. Arashi, what do you think of the picks, man?
I feel like Geek Fam has a lot of potential, and the mid-game, the mid-trio prio here, I feel like Geek Fam has a more of a say in how the game goes in this particular game compared to the last game, right? The Tigreal, the Yve, and the Nolan definitely is terrifying. We've seen that against the Faramis, it can be hard to maintain the lane prio, especially with the Cho running around. But when it comes to the damage and kill pressure, I feel like Geek Fam has a lot more to say. Yve ready with the Rupture and the Wilderness Blessing. It's all about roaming again, around and around.
Keyboy on a signature pick, already being forced to flicker early.
Oof. Great aggression coming in from Geek Fam. They know they have the spammable tools in the early game to kind of out-trade the members of Fnatic Onic. So they're going to abuse it. And even in the top side here, CW giving a lot of respect to the potential playmaking tools on the side of Geek Fam. But you have to keep an eye out on the junglers. That's where a lot of this early game is going to rely on, right? Both kind of clearing fast, but the Nolan has always been a more consistent, fast clearer with a lot of mobility. And so far, it's really level 4. Kyrie now finally catching up, but maybe Vincent can get a level advantage before the next turtle spawns in the land of dawn.
Well, these keyboys are present to sniff out and mirror the movements of Vincent, just screen him away from the team fights and the skirmishes happening. Is gonna spawn soon. Keyboy again looking for that angle. He's always his Cho that is not as flashy as other Chos, but he's there just to zone out the players of Geek Fam or his enemies, and that always works in such an efficient way. But now Vincent comes in.
Oh, Fracture, Sans very low. Koloski walking up the regen, already popped in by Sans. Kyrie going for the immortal form. And it does seem like Geek Fam will be able to take control over the turtle pit. Fnatic Onic will respect it. Rez occupying the bush, jumping on the Veloisky with some damage, raging set, going to 3 from Rez. Veldora pops to revitalize, Boy going for some damage, will be able to pick that guy off. A boy has the RWM now, a boy pops in the RWM in time, Rez going for the regen, it's going to help him against Vincent, but he does get the job done against the boy. Now it's a 2v2 in the mid lane. Kyrie has a stun, but Vincent is going to be locked down on the stun. He has to respect this guy, winning it out for Fnatic Onic.
Again, the Sky Prince. He stands tall, looks at Vincent right in the eye, and gets another kill. And Fnatic Onic win out on this early skirmish.
Ooh, this is great for Veloisky right here.
Way the dragon onto the Wesker. CW with a shotgun.
Man, that was a big factor there in the previous fight. Veloisky is not level 4, still isn't. Vincent tries his best to go into the jungle, but the Cho presence, man. Keyboy was doing the bulk of the damage to a boy in that fight. That's a roamer zoning out the mid laner. Definitely right up Keyboy's alley, but look at this. Pressuring the orange. Won't be able to get it though.
It's always a treat watching Keyboy with Cho. He's always moving away, zoning out the players of Geek Fam. He's so brave and he's just so confident, the Cho.
Oh, we're gonna try and punish Rez right here. Rez has cut the wave though, so Veldora is missing out on a ton of EXP. Getting a lot of time here.
Yeah, it's just roaming around and they lay claim on the jungle control. Vincent on Crusher will be able to escape, and he'll be able to go out unscathed.
Right, man, it's all about keeping a boy safe in this early game. The mages are just so critical. And look at Keyboy, man. It's just so slippery to try and catch a Cho of all things. Yeah. And Chidera actually getting a good deal of farm from the mid lane too. Geek Fam definitely understand the importance of letting Chidera get a lot of gold, get rolling as fast as possible. He is one of the main win conditions. And now with the early power spikes here, Thunderbell for Rez, the cooldown boots for Kyrie as well, allowing him more mobility. Go, Veloisky.
Way the dragon penetrates coming down as well. Veloisky, before he can even pop the implosion, Vincent unable to get the burst on Sans. And he gets assassinated instead. Raging Sandstorm by Rez, a questionable one at that, but it is gonna drone Chidera away from this minion wave. And it's a big minion wave that Chidera's gonna miss.
Oh boy, Vincent keeps going in after the fight has concluded to try and salvage, to try and get something. But he's not snowballing, man. He had 2 kills, now he's 2-2. He's gotta wait and wait for the right moment there. or just keep farming, right? Farm is one of the main strengths of the Nolan, and Kyrie is level 8 right now. 2 kills, but been a lot more reliable in his decision making. Let's take a look at the replay here. Presented by our two-man smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE. Voloisky, the main engage tool, gets engaged on. Doesn't even have time to pop the implosion, and still Vincent goes in there. 1v3 technically. Gotta stop doing that, man.
Yeah, that was so clean from Keyboy. Good target selection as well. Rez 1v1 with Vincent, but it's not going to be enough.
Oh man,
As Vincent still so mobile, but looking at Rez, he's just winning out on this lane, cutting away Veldora. Kyrie in the bush. Valoy might look for something.
Could be a kill onto Rez. Oh, he got the stun. Oh! Rez with a fleet footwork. The man who has died so many times in the first few games, now on the Khalid. It seems like he's just unkillable, though he died once.
Now you see him, now you don't. The rookie that was so doubted by a lot of Fnatic Onic fans shows what he can do in the playoff stage, no less.
Gonna be a trade by Geek and get the bottom side turret. Then Atan already with the Feather of Heaven, but on the other side it's going to be a BOD already ready for CW. So now Fnatic Onic has a lot more burst potential. Geek have to play it safe.
Oh man, concussive blast damage from Rez over to Chidera, taking him to half HP. My G.
Keyboy, man. So sleek, so sly on the show. He's uncatchable. And Kyrie now getting control of that topside jungle. It's Vincent and Geek Fam as a whole. They want to group up. Is this how they want to play?
For Geek Fam, definitely looking for some kind of combo here, some kind of long drawn-out fight. Fnatic Onic, they're playing for those moments, right? The Way of the Dragon, Raging Sandstorm into a big combo, and then they back out. And to amplify that, they have the Netherrealm as well to just cut off any play. But look at this!
Keyboy again with the Way of the Dragon. Now Raging Sandstorm from Rez! The Managed Rage gets rid of 2 of the frontliners like they are nothing. Valoisky Veldora down. Again, Fnatic Onic will get a free turtle. 3 turtles, a 5,000 gold. CW with a sniper, boy! Flickering out for Rez is right there to catch up the scraps. Vincent looking for some damage, but you cannot out-damage this complete crazy sustain of a Khalid.
And again, the Sky Kings, they initiate onto Valoisky. They make the war crime general pay for his sins. Conceal popped up, but no follow-up whatsoever.
See the desperation in Valoisky, man. He's been getting jumped on. He's been wanting to jump on someone, but Sans
should be taken out. Vincent finally gets that assassination, but Sans respawns instantly, has the passive fully stacked up.
All right, small win for Geek Fam, but again, you can see that Valoisky desperately wants to be the one to make some of these plays happen, but Keyboy, with the superior mobility, is finding it so much easier to go for a fight. But look at this, look at that! Even walking into an ambush, he just slides out.
Shunpu, man, that anti-CC perfectly timed by Keyboy.
Martial artist at best. The Way of Dragon is of course going to be a very important tool for Keyboy. It's number 1 to pick off enemies, but number 2, he functions as the zone out tool. Fnatic Onic to just screen away, open up spaces in the maps, and open up the bushes as well. Now conceal play, they look for something again.
Oh man, solo implosion onto Keyboy. Keyboy says, oh, I'll go for it. Great flicker from Valoisky. Now the glorious pathway by Veldora. This should be the punish on Keyboy, but it still is able to get out with the Shunpu. Real world with the Netherrealm to turn it around. Veldora will be dragged down towards the members of Fnatic Onic. And again, it is 2-0 to Fnatic Onic.
Geek Fam can't catch a break, man. Even there, when it seemed like they were committing, they were using everything to try and make sure that Keyboy pays for his sins. It can't be done. Vincent 1v1.
No, this is not a 1v1, this is a 2v1. Sans walks up too. That's unfair, man.
Raz is way too tanky. And he will be even more tanky. I mean, there's no way Vincent will be able to one-shot Rez with the sustainability he has and the tankiness that he has as well. This is just going to get worse for Rez, but Veldora with the glorious pathway at Keyboy.
Walks up to, baits out the implosion! Rez! Raging Sandstorm onto 3. No follow-up there, but it certainly did look cool. They baited out the Purify too, so it was still a big move. Chidera is going to be down for such a long time. CW almost threaded the needle there with a Renner apathy hit. I don't think Geek Fam can even walk into the vicinity of this door. This is another free objective for the Sky Kings.
Ulti.
Oh man, Fnatic Onic now can see that the frontliners are completing their radiant armors. Veldora.
Oh, anyone at this point, right? Even Veldora, that's a tank. That's the man you should never go for, usually. But to Keyboy, he's like, nah, it's all good, man.
They don't give a damn. The Sky Kings do what the Sky Kings want. You want to kick back attacker? Oh, 1v1?
Uh-oh. Vincent in the 1v1 against Kyrie. The fracture defensively. They're walking him down. They're Sandstorm. And Kyrie will just cut him to pieces.
Everything Geek is trying out has been shut down, man. The split push shut down. The team fight shut down. The surprise engages. Keyboy has Beloyski's number, man. Giga has to kind of get some more coordination between Beloyski and Veldora. You're seeing that when Keyboy goes for a pickup on one of them. Oh man!
My God, Keyboy, you mad lad! The instincts of Keyboy.
This is way too good. Again, when Keyboy makes a play on someone, there is no follow-up, there is no counter-engage. In theory, if you're pouring all the damage onto Veldora, then Beloyski should be able to find something, right? But it just hasn't been happening. 9k gold advantage at 11 minutes. Definitely a tough situation, but again, Geek do have the late game, they have a strong front line, and they have a lot of high ground range. But the members of Fnatic Onic are itemizing heavily for that magical damage. They know that if they keep this into a siege situation, Vincent has nothing to do. He has no role to play in this defense.
Yeah. It feels like a replay of game number 4. This time around, though, they have Chidera to bank on, but it's going to be a long way to push it down to the late game. And I don't think Fnatic Onic will slack one more time to let that chance to win go to waste. And Geek Fam, they crumble to pieces, but now they group up as 5 in this jungle. Fnatic Onic, they don't want to be as curious. And Rez will just open up the map, open up the bush. Vincent looks for a burst, but Rez is way too tanky.
But notice the burst, I mean the poke coming in from a boy there. It's definitely something that can't be ignored, but conceal.
I don't know about this, they go for Kyrie, but he just blinks out to safety. No conceal for Geek Fam already. The desperate play, not even available for them. Keyboy!
Oh!
Again with Raider Dragon. What's happening? Beloyski with the implosion, but Rez gets a Raging Sandstorm. Sans drags Veldora back. The RWM is dealing no damage to Fnatic Onic. They're tanking it like it's nothing.
Man, now finally we see a Holy Crystal for Chidera, but look at the damage difference, man. That was predominantly CW. I mean, a boy still did this, a healthy amount of damage, but man, they gotta wait a long time before this happened. Oh, Chidera!
Oh, the snipe Chidera still able to escape. Rez though from the side. Looking forward, Rez again with a flicker. Finding it, another round, will it be there in time? No, it will not. Kyrie very low. Veldora looking for the stun. Will be able to get the stun, but Veldora gets gunned down. CW is godlike in game number 5.
Man, Fnatic Onic just getting everything they can here, and Geek Fam, they're getting some good trades in for the most part. It was going kind of well, but Chidera trying to make the risky play, entropying forwards. Vincent 1v1?
No way. Way the Dragon. Keyboy versus Vincent. Oh. No way. Come on, Keyboy. Give him some respect, man.
You don't want me to no one as a Cho. The Kyrie, he gets the Lord for free. Fnatic Onic again, smiting down on the Geek Fam players, asserting their dominance again, showing their rule. Sky King Empire still intact, at least for 30 minutes now.
I feel like now it's not really about the damage dealers. You're seeing Chidera have some damage, a boy have some damage as well. Can't be ignored. The front line is way too vulnerable, man. Beloyski is so squishy. He's basically an implosion bot. All he does is go for an implosion. And Veldora, the main front line that should be taking all this aggression, taking all the attention away from Beloyski, same, gets one shot almost immediately. If they can pick up a couple more items right here and buy a bit longer, right? Make sure that CW can't just delete them outright. They have a chance here, but look at that.
Oh. The damage is nasty. Now Fnatic Onic then knocking the door on the proverbial doorsteps. The Geek Fam, they take a look at the Lord. There's pathway defensively. Keyboy looks for something.
RWM though, very low. He will still be able to deal with the Lord, and it's kind of deja vu to game number 3. When Geek Fam was down by this much too, kind of similar, but with the Yevon and the Tan, they just kept holding their ground.
So it begins. The arduous defense of Geek Fam, the long drawn-out siege of Fnatic Onic. Once again, the only thing they really have right here as a great equalizer, as a way to really crack open the base, is that Netherrealm. But even then, we've seen what happens when you use a Netherrealm against a team who's turning in the base, against a Yi and a Natan. So much AoE there, might not even be enough. Especially with Beloysi's waiting in the wings, no longer being vulnerable to those pickoffs. You can see Fnatic Onic is trying to farm around, wait for the right moment to try and make something happen, but Geek Fam, funnily enough, this is where they're at their strongest.
Yeah, Sounds just having fun with the recalls. Valorant taunts him back with the glorious pathway. Boy packs him up as well with the poke now. Ooh, Fnatic Onic, they don't want to repeat the same mistake they did in game number 2. They don't want to really make it hard for themselves because Geek Fam, they still have the angle to really scale into the late game, especially Chidera with the Natan. But this time Keyboy might look for a pick!
No way. Wait, the dragon out to Beloyski. Now Sounds walking forward. Beloyski going for the implosion, not hitting anyone. And now will be punished down. The War Crime General might have committed too many war crimes. A big mistake from him. Veldora pops in the glorious pathway as Geek Fam look to get something, anything. The renders apathy from CW, but Fnatic Onic, no. What they want isn't a fight. They want the Lord.
The Sky Kings won't let you walk away with a Zin. And the War Crime General gets punished time and time again. 6 deaths. Punishment is imminent for him. Geek Fam again in the shadows of Fnatic Onic.
Remember though, the 7 death power spike of Beloyski is still very real. Veldora now looking a lot more tanky. Healthily being able to tank some damage, but not all the whole team.
Rez in the back, zoning everybody with the way to crown as well as he heals all the way up. Meanwhile, Veldora, you can't say the same about him. Not against CW with full item.
Oh!
Wesker! CW eliminates Vincent!
Blow him away from the water. CW, the marksman, the hitman, and Keyboy is just having fun, toying with his food. Geek Fam, they crumble piece by piece, brick by brick.
Vincent just wasn't expecting that, dude. Walking into a shotgun, double barrel shotgun, just hitting him right in the face. Man, he will be available for the base defense. Again, this is defense strongest point. Can Fnatic Onic find a way? Beloyski missed the engage in the previous fight. If that landed, it could have been a very different fight. Divine Glaive competed for Chidera, no Wind of Nature, Glass Cannon, but with a lot of frontliners to take the heat away from him. Maybe Fnatic Onic can use the choke, can use the Suyo, and dive in. If they can just deny, they can just delete this Natan out of the Land of Dawn, that could be the window they require. And almost a 12k gold lead. This has to be the moment.
Yeah, they have to defend, have to repeat history. And Keyboy with the conceal looks for something.
The Lord already charging down. Base truck number 1 taken down up top. Fracture over to Keyboy. CW low. But he has the Haas claws. He can sustain as long as he just goes. There we go. One shot. Is almost back to full HP. Beloyski looking for a big play. Chidera! No way! Almost finding the angle to take Sans down. Even when they are down 12,000 gold, you cannot write them off. Not just yet.
Yeah,
Chidera,
dude. This was the guy we said was kind of timid, was kind of nice, you know, but he is consistently going with his forward entropies, trying to make the play, trying to wrestle away the game for Fnatic Onic.
There's pathway.
Oh, jeez.
Opened up. They would look for more angles, and so far Chidera again. The two times he picked Natan, he has been the kryptonite for Fnatic Onic. The brick wall that's just delaying them to end the game. And it's insanely good because against Sieges up top, he's able to just defend it, clear the waves pretty easily and pretty fast as well. So, this Natan, how do they deal with this?
I mean, they have to just find a way to get on him, get the damage. They have the damage for sure. They just have to land it on the right people, the right person. Oh man, you know, if Chidera picked up the shutdown on CW right there previously, that could have been a very risky situation to be in.
10-0.
Seeing Fnatic Onic just playing it so patiently. 12k, but it doesn't feel like it. The late game composition in this meta where we're talking about all the early game aggression, the snowball being the most important thing. Geek Fam is doing the exact opposite. Wind of Nature now ready for Chidera as well. And a boy, even with the Blood Wave, more security. Wow, he's just spamming out that entropy.
It's like a 8-10 second cooldown in the late game, so we can afford to just spam that ultimate. But how do they keep on doing this? Beloyski has landed 0 good ults. Yet that 6 deaths is actually threatening, man.
I'm inclined to believe that there might be a repeat of history in a concealed play. Again, Beloyski, he has the implosion. And Fnatic Onic, they're well aware of this. They don't want to take the gamble. They want to play it safe. They want to double down on this.
Wait, the wave from the bottom side, looking kind of even right now, but if it shifts in one direction, that could be the exact moment that decides how both teams want to really play around this. Right, Geek Fam, there's no question that they have patience. If there's anything they have, it is patience. But Veldora though, whoa!
We're walking up, get a bit of damage, then it's Rage! Oh! Say goodbye to Veldora's HP bar, now it's all on Tadera. Can he do it? Takes Rez. It's a very low HP, Sans. Stampede! Oh! Real rub manipulation and a gun down from Tadera! A big mistake from Sans, but luckily, he has the passive to respawn instantly.
2 seconds is all it takes for him to go back to the battlefield. But what was that movement from Sans? He was punished heavily by Geek Fam.
He was trying to probe more than anything. It feels like using the... Oh, Keyboy!
Oh, that damage.
What is that damage?
That's Natan late game Vincent. Looking for the cleanup, getting the immortality of Keyboy. Chidera looking for some damage as well, but will not be able to find it onto Keyboy. Meanwhile, Rez trying to zone a boy away earlier, getting poked down, half HP. This time it's different. Fnatic Onic have no base turret, so they don't actually have an advantage to play with when it comes to the macro game. How the heck is this a 10,000 gold lead? It doesn't look like it.
And look at the wave on the bottom side, dude. It is snowballing massively. It's a massive slow push that can take down multiple turrets right here. Fnatic Onic understands the urgency. Oh boy. This is looking really good for Geek Fam. This might be the exact window they need. CW with the EHS. Can I get more DPS? Trying to match the Natan once more in the late game. Even with the map of mastery, it's just not allowing him to do so. But Vincent, he has to be careful. He is one of the prior members right here. He can't...
Oh, picked off! Whoa! A mistake from Keyboy. The real Will Blazing locks them down! Nether Realm coming down from Sans. That's their second HP bar. Into the fracture. Rez has the immortality. Will lose the immortality. Keyboy with the flank. Now Beloy's through the flicker and the shot that will not connect, but still it's Geek Fam with a team fight win. The tier 2 in the bottom lane taken down by the mini waves that was set up by Geek Fam earlier. It's a big wave. You said it, Arashi. And they're going to have to send Kyrie down there. Geek Fam, they see Kai in the bottom lane on the Suyo. They know Sans doesn't have the realm. Tadera with the entropy, Sans the purify. Whoa. Keyboy very low. Bennett's rage coming down. Rez trying to look for an angle, but the bottom lane wasn't dealt with completely. It's still building up for Geek Fam to crash onto Fnatic Onic's base turrets.
Yeah, that's the problem. The wave wasn't addressed fully, and now it's bouncing back towards the bottom side turret. Geek Fam, they have the window to really start shredding this Lord, but it resets only for a few seconds. Sans is here, and the duo, bottom side coming close. They want to look for an engage, but Keyboy is just punished.
Vincent was able to space out Keyboy. Entropy backwards, respect from Tadera.
All right,
They have to give up. Look at the wave bot, Suyo. Kyrie's gonna be sent down again.
can they rush this though? The Lord resets.
Oh, it's a game of inches. Just ping-ponging it around. The Lord still not yet to be determined who will be able to lay claim on this. As now, they look for an engage.
Onto Beloyski though. Beloyski has the immortality brought back by the Shadow Stampede. Vincent's still looking for an angle to go for the attack. Goes to the tracker. Rez is gonna lose his life. But so will Beloyski. Kyrie charging up the stun. Won't be able to look for any more initiations. Rez for Beloy.
And again, you have to understand the situation right here. For Fnatic Onic, Rez is their main frontline. He was the one holding the top side of the Lord Pit on lockdown. Geek Fam now have no engage tools, but they have all the poke they require. They can just send Veldora out to scout out, to zone away, and push Fnatic Onic away.
It feels like Fnatic Onic are on their wits' end. They don't know what they're supposed to do. With the pressure up top, down bottom, however now contained. They can focus more on the Lord. This Geek Fam, they look to even charge back. Fnatic Onic still just toying away with it. Not kick!
Keyboy with Way the Dragon finding a boy. CW will get the Lord, but Sans will fall. Sans can respawn back again. Keyboy will lose his life.
Oh, now without Keyboy though, who is supposed to threaten the backline? Who is supposed to stop Beloyski and deny him from moving to the sideways, in the sidelines? 50 seconds on the clock.
It's a stalemate. Whenever Fnatic Onic get the Lord, they can't even use it.
Yeah.
In fact, Geek Fam can clear the Lord so much faster here. The long death timers might really favor Geek Fam. without the threat of Keyboard's engages, they can move forward right here. Maybe even get some more objectives on the map.
Wow. Now we take a breather. 24 minutes. Almost again a replay of that game where Geek Fam looked like they were the ones toppling down the Sky Kings. An Empire slowly shaking, trembling down with the arrival of the war crime general. They want a siege, but they can't. The Lord easily taken down. Fnatic Onic. They're not divine. Sans almost got assassinated.
That's crazy, man. You can't deny that Fnatic Onic has great game plans, has great movements in the early game. But Geek Fam in the late game, they know how to make an impact. They know how to pick and choose their fights, man. No doubt, due to the shot calling of the war crime general as well, 2 base turrets. The next one actually favoring them. If Geek Fam want to freeze this wave a bit longer, no, they just clear it out immediately. But technically, the wave did slow down. It did stutter for a bit in front of the base, in front of the turret right here. It might build up, but Kyrie immediately is on the case. Look at Geek Fam, dude. No risk whatsoever. They want to conserve every bit of outplay potential, every bit of gold they can use for an item swap for the next fight. With the death timer earlier already at 50 seconds, the next one will do it.
Yeah, I would argue that Fnatic Onic also don't really have that side lane pressure. I mean, Tsuyo isn't the best, but then you have a Nolan on the opposite side of the map just waiting to cut the waves again, bounce it back towards your base. And now it's just harder for Fnatic Onic to think about what they want to do. Maybe wait for the Lord to come back up again. But Geek Fam, they're defending the base so good. They have good wave clear as well. Again and again, we have repeated this time and time again. This Natan is just a menace for Fnatic Onic to deal with. It's like their kryptonite. And the Sky Kings, they face a huge barrier to end this game.
You have to remember that for Fnatic Onic, they can also use the passive of that Faramis on Sans to try and maybe bait Geek Fam into something. But again, it's a long waiting game. Double buff will be secured finally for Geek Fam. You can see Fnatic Onic respecting now the small bits of damage that can be dealt by the members of Geek Fam. Attacking the wave. It's gonna get started here. Oh man, wait, they can set this up. They can leave that as a slow push and move away.
Yep. Try on Lord now. But Geek Fam, they want to respond. And Kyrie just down bottom looking to maybe create a segue play, push the minions inside. But Geek Fam, they sense this, they smell this.
Oh, Kyrie has shown himself to try and deny that slow push that was set up by Geek Fam. So now they have a bit of a window. But again, with this spammable nature of the board. Oh, hang on a minute.
Way to Dragon over to Veldora, but he does have to revitalize. No more Netherrealm though. Real Revelation coming down, able to zone them away. A boy able to escape the glorious pathway as well, but Rez, immortality into the winter crown. Sans has the Netherrealm. Rez able to flicker out, but Sans has been compromised. His position Sans very low. With the Stampede, he's able to escape. Kyrie in the bush. Oh, let's go for it. Oh. Kyrie spotted. Beloyski try to go for a shot. Wow. And just like that, we are back to the stalemate.
But look at this. When Fnatic Onic are recovering, that's once again Chadera setting up that slow push, and now it's set. Now Geek Fam has to pressure long enough, hard enough to ensure that Fnatic Onic can't make any pesky moves around the map.
They're matching the macro of Fnatic Onic.
Oh,
On the edge of the abyss. This seems very scary. CW might look for a split push, but there goes Sans, pulling Beloyski in.
It's a big gamble if Fnatic Onic do this, because they will for sure lose out in the team fight without CW. It'll have to be
a backdoor angle.
It'll have to be a backdoor.
Yeah.
But again, the risk is it's a risk they have to take at this point.
Yeah, Geek Fam are just gonna play it textbook. They're just gonna play it patient as long as it takes, man. They are so close. They have gone this far. They might as well go all the way. Scouting the bottom side of the jungle here, Chadera can push a bit more decisively. Maybe Geek Fam can even send Vincent to assassinate CW mid-rotation. You can see the attempt to try to mitigate the burst damage coming in from that Natan, dude. The Twilight armor is rolling in for the members of Fnatic Onic.
And that's a slow push again, this time in the bottom lane. But the thing is, right, even when you have these slow pushes, you can never blitz the Lord. So even if Geek Fam, let's say Fnatic Onic show their jungle bot You can't burst it. It's a 29-minute game. This Lord is tankier than, I don't know, Gatot Kacha plus a Hylos. Bringing Boloisky back into the way of the Dragon, but now, big mistake. Raging Sandstorm onto 2, but a boy still has a real grip of Blazing his own way. Vincent very low. Able to escape, only an immortality from Rez! A boy gets a kill on the Suns, who stepped a bit too far. That is the mistake that could cost them the game, but unfortunately for Geek Fam, it's a fair miss. Out of all the picks, it's a fair miss.
Yeah, it's a fair miss. It can spawn quickly. But the passive it has, and now again, back to full circle. Back to square one we go. It's a game of chess at this point, not checkers, and Fnatic Onic. They want to advance further, but they can't.
And CW was trying to push the wave from out of sight using the Renner. They was spotted last on the bottom side. Geek Fam, what are they doing? Going straight for the Lord here. Are they going to go for a 50-50?
You can't burst it. There's no way to blitz it. Every time they start the Lord, it's never a commitment. Unless Shadira pops into Entropy. They're going all in on this. Looks like they just want to do it, but they don't know where Kyrie is. They know where CW is, and it is in the bottom lane. They want to go for the skirmish. Kyrie wins the retreat battle! T-Boy will lose his life though. And again, I feel it's a stalemate. There is absolutely no way. Geek Fam have dealt with the wave in the bottom lane. They will clear it, and they'll have an Atan. Fnatic Onic, the Lord will spawn now, and T-Boy will be up in 60 seconds.
My oh my, again, the Sky Prince. He pulls it around from the rabbit hat. And there goes Fnatic Onic. At least they're able to breathe a much more easily, because now the Lord marches in, but again, Geek Fam will just clear it out easily. It's the same cycle over and over again, Arashi.
0 turtles, 0 lords for Geek Fam, and they're still in the game.
The real manipulation, Glorious Pathway, has been used defensively, but if it's used aggressively, it can be used to catch the members. Oh, Boloisky!
Quicker out of the Raging Sandstorm. Beldora still able to sustain, and again,
The Lord.
they're able to clear it out. There's not even a base turret take for Fnatic Onic with the Lord advantage. This evolved Lord is just like any other Lord.
Oh boy. Vincent now with the GDS. Kiwo is still off the map for 10 seconds. Unfortunately for Geek Fam, trying to clear the wave so heavily here, they can't really go and force a fight. I was about to say, if they want to go for a decisive fight, Glorious Pathway and real-world manipulation will do it, right? Fnatic Onic can't really move away from it, so there's more ways for Geek Fam to go for a decisive move here compared to Fnatic Onic. And that bottom side turret is looking really low, and normally that's still okay, but the fact that there's CW on the Beatrix here, there's a chance he can kind of sneak up and actually hit that base turret with a couple of runner shots. That could be the end of this equal, back and forth between the both teams.
This could be very poetic, folks. This is a Geek Fam basically giving Fnatic Onic a taste of their own medicine, or at least a taste of the really old medicine for Fnatic Onic, right? This is what they did against Echo and MSC. They were just defending, they got no lords, and they won. So if Geek Fam eliminate Onic with this kind of playstyle, man, takes me back.
Karma comes fast at you. And that might be the case here with Fnatic Onic. So far, they look to be the ones in control of Geek Fam, just waiting to fight back through the defenses that they have. And at this point, forget all the items and all of the gold leads. What do you want to do as Fnatic Onic? You can't even siege. Look for a segue play, you can, but again, the response has been very quick. And I don't think Beatrix is that viable. Like, if you think of a Moskov, I think it is much more safer for you to do that split push, but then you don't have Beatrix.
Man, I really feel like it comes down to Fnatic Onic engaging with the Way of the Dragon, and in the chaos, it has to be Kyrie. If Kyrie can find a way to get to the backline to really punish these very tanky backliners, that could be the solution. Oh, look at that though.
Glorious Pathway already committed down. Vincent with a poke, with some poke over the res. This time though, the Lord will be spawning in the bottom lane. So, Fnatic Onic will actually have a slow push always. That's why Geek Fam are actually already on the Lord.
Again, advance maybe. Takes two to tango, and Geek Fam, they're up for the invitation, but again, what's really the premise of taking the Lord?
Boloisky finding two, and now Sans with another round. This might be it. Keyboy able to escape. Win a crown after the immortality have been popped. Sans buys the immortality again after with a crown. 30 seconds this time, not the 60-second death timers, not the instant respawn for Sans.
But it might be enough. The Beatrix shows on the top side. Fnatic Onic, they're gonna let it go. Kyrie has backed away too.
The Lord is at 20,000 HP though. Keyboy walking up again, trying to go for Vincent. He needs to find it.
Kyrie.
They need to get the opening for Vincent if they want to win this game. Kyrie walking up.
Kyrie!
It's Kyrie again who saves the game. But Geek Fam get a massive pick. It is an 80-second death timer on Rez.
Time and time again, back-to-back robbery in broad daylight. The Sky Prince descends, and he becomes the savior for Fnatic Onic. Geek Fam, rinse and repeat. It's all full cycle for Geek Fam now.
You would have thought that Geek Fam would go for the members first. You know that Fnatic Onic desperately require that moment, right? Geek Fam had no rush at all. They're the ones who are fighting a team without a marksman, but they go straight for the Lord.
We got a new record.
Welcome to the longest game in MPL ID Season 14, overtaking that EVOS glory game. The Fnatic Onic against Geek Fam is officially the longest game we have right here in Season 14.
And we still have no goddamn idea when it's gonna end. Geek Fam are fighting for their life. Fnatic Onic are fighting for their life. They don't want to commit to it. The retreat too from Kyrie is impeccable.
It's insane.
This is the first time in the history of my career as a caster that I've seen a game as stalematey as this.
You would think that with all the slows, with all the chase potential from Geek Fam, they would have been able to punish Kyrie and the rest of the members of Fnatic Onic. They were just scrambling around that Lord pit, but now they're trying to set it up once more. The Lord is back on the side of Geek Fam without the base turret. You could say that in theory. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, woo.
Man, every time there's just mini heart attacks everywhere.
That was close. How to say? You could say that technically Geek Fam has the better advantage. But man, now it's back to the waiting game. Oh boy, this has to be a very taxing moment for both teams. And technically, for the side of Geek Fam, you know, their members aren't really as battle tested. And you can say the same thing for Rez. Now, we're on a marathon. It's not about the sprint. It's not about the 10-second moment, the 10-second play you create in the Land of Dawn. It's about whether or not you can maintain your composure as we are approaching the 40-minute mark.
Brother,
Oh my.
All eyes on Indonesia right now.
Brother, this is day one.
Day one!
Brother, this is day one.
We haven't been able to see the upper bracket teams play now. This is an elimination match. It becomes intense. Even more so than not Fnatic Onic. Their backs against the wall. Geek Fam as well. Now, how do they want to figure this out? It becomes taxing as well. Mentally, of course. The players. How long can they hold their endurance? Their stamina. It all comes down to the mental game now. Like it or not, it affects you externally. And in-game, it feels like, again, they have to play this mental warfare. Now, Geek Fam, they have the confidence to pop the pathway.
They have the pathway, but Sans has the Purify. Rez walks up, but Geek Fam walk back. It's all about that tango, man.
Yeah, but without the Purify, that's the window for Baloyski, man. Purify available for Chidera, getting the potion. Oh, Keyboy!
Going in, Radiant Sandstorm into the back, finding a boy. And now Rez is going to get caught. Baloyski with the flicker and the implosion. Sans popping another round to Rez, but he gets to be shoved away out of there. Beltora
Kyrie.
The revitalized. Chidera getting caught now with Kyrie. Every time he goes on the Chidera, he's in a bad spot. A lot of waves marching towards Geek Fam, but again, Fnatic Onic won't be able to blitz the Lord. No one can blitz the Lord. This is a 38-minute, 70... How much HP does the Lord have?
Oh, Geek Fam might want to commit onto this. They see CW approaching the bottom side.
No CW.
Chidera. Oh, Entropy. But Sans is able to use the Stampede to walk away. Bottom lane, CW, building yet another slow push.
And then and a third as well. Down bottom still stays intact. I don't know how. He's able to pull it off. The Lord even, they're just juggling it away. Geek Fam. It's insane how they can hold for this long.
Are Geek Fam playing it too careful? A fight without, with Sans no Purify, a fight without CW, and they did not go for it. Dodora.
Real world equation, and the Purify is back up already from the last team fight. Sans able to escape, 90 seconds on the Purify. Bottom lane still slow pushing towards Geek Fam.
Wait a minute.
Keyboy. Oh, wait, the dragon this time onto a boy. That might be the winning play, but it's going to be cancelled down. Rez going to be locked down by Beloyski on the implosion and taken out, melted by Chidera. Yet another 80-second death timer on Rez.
Wow. As soon as someone collapses and dies, they don't want to continue. And there you go, the 40-minute mark.
I thought we were
This
gonna have
is a marathon.
I thought we were gonna have a countdown. It's wow. Now
Maybe
look
for
at
the 50-minute mark, Arashi.
Maybe, man.
10 more minutes.
60 seconds now. Surely, with the wave in their favor, with a man advantage, Geek fam have to make a decisive call. They've turtled all this time. They've played it patient, but they need to do something, and Beloyski is looking for it.
Yeah, this Lord, again, in the dying arms of Geek fam. Kyrie still trying to figure out where he wants to maneuver. The zoning is very, very good. Chidera, he pops it forward. The Lord is low.
Chidera will secure it. And Geek fam, for the first time in Game 5, have secured a neutral objective. An Evolved Lord at the 40th minute.
What is this game, dude? The numbers are off the charts for sure when it comes to the EXP and the gold. It's been a long, arduous struggle, but now it's only a 2K difference. Kyrie, though, trying to draw members to the top side.
Vincent in the 1v1, Kyrie escaping, but in the base, you only have the Beatrix.
They siege.
The siege. One of the castle walls has been taken down. San's very low. The Sky King's in desperate need of a defense. Kyrie has immortality. CW caught in the midst of it all. Chidera deletes him. Keyboy is next. Sans will fall as a immortality. Kyrie with a stunner. Tries to survive, tries to save his empire. But in the end, let the sky fall. Let it crumble. The oppressive regime of the Sky Kings has come to an end. And he who stands tall are the Kingslayers! Geek Fam!
Saturn is slowly losing its rings. And here it ends. The story from a golden road journey to a consistent 4-peat. They built an everlasting empire. The kings of the skies, the kings of Indonesia, the Sky Kings, kings no more. Their dominance overthrown, their empire seized. And for the first time in 4 seasons, MPL Indonesia will crown a new champion.
It was definitely a tough game for both teams. It only took 40 minutes. That will be it. Geek fam against all odds in an arena that was cheering, that was hollering the names of the old rulers of Indonesia. Geek fam has prevailed.
What a sight to behold.
We're witnessing history in the making as we speak. How has this happened?
Pandemonium in El Dorado. Pandemonium in Bandung. The sea of fire burns Fnatic Onic to a cinder. We will not see them in M6.
The dream shattered. Fnatic Onic, this lineup. For the first time in 2 years, MPL Indonesia will have a new champion. For the first time in 2 years, we will see Fnatic Onic lose in the playoffs. Not make it to a world championship, not make it to an international.
These are weird times we're living in, but we're all here for it, man. Geek fam. As much as surprising as it was that Fnatic Onic failed to continue in the playoff stage, Geek fam did an amazing job. This level of composure, this patience is just absolutely unheard of, dude.
The sky has fallen.
How poetic though. For it to all end in the hands of once a teammate of Kyrie and Yeb.
Oh.
Big brain Baloyski. The man who has always been second to this very team, who's always been beaten by this very team, is the one to end the era.
That was the panelist. Take it away.
Sang Raja Langit harus terhenti. Dan mereka pun telah memberikan pertarungan yang begitu berkelas. The 4P Champions gagal untuk melengkapi cincin kelimanya. Namun, mari kita dengarkan bersama-sama kata-kata terakhir karena ini adalah panggung mereka terakhir di season 14. Fnatic Onic, dipersilahkan.
Paling kalau dari gue cuman mau bilang gue lumayan bangga sih sama teman-teman gue. Ya kita emang kalah di sini guys. Tapi ya kita kasih fight gitu buat lawan Geek. Dan buat yang udah dukung semua di sini maupun di rumah, kita say thank you banget lah. Maaf bukan hasil yang baik di season ini. Ya, thank you semua.
Dan karena ini adalah panggung terakhir mereka di season 14, mari kita sambut bersama-sama dengan tepukan meriah. One last bow dari Fnatic Onic. Match yang tidak akan kita lupakan, tapi harus ada satu yang mereka relakan, yaitu kunci dari Fnatic Onic yang harus mereka serahkan kepada sang pemenang Geek Fam. Kunci yang seharusnya mereka bisa jaga dengan sekuat tenaga, tapi pada akhirnya harus diserahkan. Dan mari sekali lagi beri tepuk tangan yang meriah untuk Fnatic Onic. 7 season di upper bracket, 4 kali mendapatkan juara berturut-turut. Rupanya di season 14 banyak sekali yang tidak bisa kita utarakan. Karena ini season yang mengejutkan, tapi yang lebih mengejutkan lagi adalah bagaimana defense, bagaimana pertahanan dan juga Geek Fam berhasil melawan Fnatic Onic. Mari bersambutlah, inilah dia Geek Fam ngedapetin kemenangan. Di play-ins ini, lawan kalian adalah Fnatic Onic yang belum pernah merasakan play-in. Berkecamuk kah, Baloy?
Senang sih pasti kalah, tapi agak sedih buat temen-temen gue. Dan kayak emosional banget juga sih gamenya karena kayak 40 menit kan. Terus siapapun yang menang menurut gue udah keren banget sih.
Yap, ini adalah match yang begitu keren. Kita semua juga setuju bahwa setiap gamenya itu benar-benar berkelas. Apalagi last game, itu penentuan bagaimana seorang Baloy dan juga Geek Fam terus menjaga mentalitas, gameplay kalian. Kalah kill, nggak takut. Kalah turret, nggak takut. Dan kalian yang mendapatkan game itu.
Sebenarnya di screen emang sering kita gitu sih. Ya, kalah banget terus tiba-tiba di comeback. Kita comeback, tapi kebanyakan juga di game kita yang menang banget di scrim tapi ke comeback ya. Berarti mungkin emang winning condition kita harusnya kebantai dari early.
Sedih sedikit ya di awal-awal deg-degan.
Iya.
Tapi menjaga mental bagaimana? Mungkin ini di sini juga Veldora, Cadera, Haboy dan juga Vincent.
Gak tahu sih, mungkin mereka emang sharp aja dan gua sebelum matchnya gua udah kasih tahu ini Onic gak mungkin mereka kayak gak bisa ngelawan kita, pasti disusahin kita. Jadi kalau kita 0-2 atau 2-0 kita sharp sampai terakhir lah. Kalau kita udah menang baru kita celebrate, tapi kalau kita belum kalah kita tetap masih mau menang.
Oh, berarti kemenangan game kedua dan game kalian tetap relax, tetap santai.
Iya santai. Ya.
Oh, ngelihat kalian pun, tapi tadi benar-benar yang kelihatan santai banget. Cadera loh, Cadera bisa dibilang kamu juga memegang kunci penting. Damage-mu gede banget, sulit banget untuk nanggap kamu. Gimana Cadera sendiri, game 1 sampai game kelima. Mana yang paling berkesan untuk Cadera?
Semuanya berkesan sih, apalagi hampir semua gamenya lama lah.
Tapi untuk Cadera sendiri, kamu memegang kunci penting apalagi untuk defense di momen terakhir tadi, kamu bisa menjaga dirimu. Bagaimana sih Cadera? Ini mau the playoff Cadera kah?
Karena tim udah percaya ya gue kasih yang terbaik lah.
Kepercayaan dari tim menjadi satu kunci untuk Cadera. Dan kalau ngelihat hari ini juga dari mungkin Veldora juga, panggung pertama bersama dengan Geek Fam di play-in. Best of Series melawan Fnatic Onic. Apakah ada pressure yang kamu rasakan?
Kalau pressure ada, cuma tim semangatin jadi aman aja.
Aman aja. Tapi kalau dari Veldora sendiri nih, untuk Veldora kan yang belum pernah merasakan bersama dengan Geek Fam, apa yang kamu persiapkan? Ada yang khusus kah?
Apa ya, bonding aja, bonding, sering-sering bonding.
Bonding paling
Iya.
penting. Dan dari kalian sendiri nih, mungkin Aboy bisa ngasih tahu ini adalah play-in yang sangat dramatis untuk kalian. Defense yang sangat kuat, kalian bisa untuk ngebalikin. Bahkan tadi di game ketiga juga ya, kalian hampir saja kalah. Kejadian lagi seperti halnya game kelima, apa sih yang kalian punya sampai bisa membuat hal itu terjadi?
Kita tetap percaya satu sama lain sih. Jangan takut aja buat sesuatu.
Jangan takut untuk membuat sesuatu. Gerakan, move.
Ya, kita banyak gerakan di late game sih.
Wow, dan gak ada nih keraguan dari kalian. Ada gak sih kayak takut pas game keempat? Waduh, game kelima gimana nih?
Pasti takut, tapi kayak kita tetap pede sama tim kita sih.
Melawan rasa takut itu bersama.
Ya, lawan bareng-bareng.
Lawan bersama-sama. Tadi ada yang ngelawan juga dari Vincent. Playoff ini, Suyu kayak nggak dilepasin. Kamu ngedapetin sekali dan 4 kali di tangan lawan. Populer banget nih kayaknya di match ini.
Apa?
Suyo.
Kalau untuk Suyo kita udah praktis buat lawan dan pakai gitu sih. Jadi apapun yang kita udah kasih ke musuh, kita pasti pikirin matang-matang lah. Gitu.
Jadi dari Vincent sendiri pun melawan 4 kali. Suyo memang nggak takut dan sudah mempersiapkan diri.
Ya pasti kita udah prepare buat lawan Suyu.
Tapi gimana sih tadi bisa diceritain mungkin Vincent sendiri ini kan memegang kuncian penting karena Lord Battle begitu intens tadi. Vincent ngerasain itu nggak begitu intens tadi?
Iya, kita cuman fokus apa yang biasanya kita lakuin aja sih. Kita kebetulan di scrim juga banyak lah hal-hal kayak gitu yang kita under terus buat kebalikin gamenya. Jadi cukup buat ngelakuin apa yang biasa kita lakuin aja sih sama komunikasi aja.
Komunikasi dan semuanya sudah dipersiapkan oleh Vincent dengan hero yang kayaknya populer banget nih bakalan di babak playoff. Tapi yang menarik adalah kalian menang di play-in di sini. Kalian akan maju untuk melawan ada satu tim yang kayaknya di season ini juga berbeda. Fnatic Onic memang kalian berhasil kalahkan terus-menerus di season ini. Tapi akan ada tim RQ di depan mata dari kalian. Yang di season ini sepertinya Kingslayer gagal untuk dijalankan. Menghadapi tim RRQ esok hari sebagai lawan kalian Baloy. Bagaimana melihat untuk next battle ini?
Yang pasti bakal susah, tapi semoga kita bisa kasih yang terbaik aja buat yang nonton.
Jadi di sini Baloyski sendiri udah punya mindset hari ini matchnya susah, besok pun juga susah.
Ya, gak ada yang gampang Bude.
Gak ada yang gampang. Tapi ngelihat dari hasil mungkin regular season, apa sih yang mungkin paling di point out oleh Baloyski ketika melawan RRQ besok?
Kalau lawan RRQ sih chemistry mereka sih, terus ya space mereka lawan buat Skylar itu.
Jadi player yang paling dewasa yang harus dipantengin terus Skylarnya nih?
Betul.
Betul. Apakah ada trik khusus nih yang sudah dipersiapkan untuk esok hari?
Sebenarnya kalau Skylar susah di stop sih, mungkin kita limit aja mainnya besok.
Untuk besok mereka akan berusaha untuk, wah ini menarik dari Skylar sendiri bahkan Baloy pun sudah bersiap-siap. Tapi kemenangan hari ini Ada yang mungkin mau disampaikan?
Buat Geek Community, terima kasih banyak karena sampai terakhir kalian percaya kita dan ya semoga gue bisa lihat lagi besok kalian. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Dan Bude pengen dong kata-kata untuk match hari ini bersama dengan Fnatic. Mungkin satu kata untuk perlawananmu dengan Fnatic Onic.
Semangat.
Semangat. Dan semangat kalian pun tentunya kita rasakan 5 game. Dan kalian tentunya akan meletakkan kunci di box yang telah tersedia. Super Friends, sambutlah yang akan melaju untuk esok hari. Geek Fam ID.
This is a marathon.
I thought we were going to be with a man advantage. Geek fam have to make a decisive call. They've turtled all this time. They've played it patient, but they need to do something, and Beloyski is looking for it.
Yeah, this Lord again in the dying arms of Geek fam. Kyrie still trying to figure out where he wants to maneuver. The zoning is very, very good. Chadera, he pops it forward. The Lord is low.
Chadera will secure it. And Geek fam, for the first time in Game 5, have secured a neutral objective. An Evolved Lord at the 40th minute.
What is this game, dude? The numbers are off the charts for sure when it comes to the EXP and the gold. It's been a long, arduous struggle, but now it's only a 2K difference. Kyrie, though, trying to draw members to the top side.
Vincent in the 1v1, Kyrie escaping, but in the base, you only have the Beatrix.
They siege.
The siege. One of the castle walls has been taken down. San's very low. The Sky King's in desperate need of a defense. Kyrie has immortality. CW caught in the midst of it all. Chadera deletes him. Keyboy is next. Sans will fall as he immortality. Kyrie with a stunner tries to survive, tries to save his empire. But in the end, let the sky fall. Let it